good a game as I have seen Dak Prescott play as a pro, and I feel like I'm saying that every week.
See, every single week. Every single week it seems that way. But like I told them, to me, he's been playing that way his entire career in the NFL, except they were not winning. And now that you're winning, go back to his rookie year, obviously, but now that they're winning and they're 5-1 and everything is in sync and everybody's healthy, it just looks different. He's obviously made some different throws at times, but he's been playing that way.
When you say playing that way, though, would you agree that even if it's the same kind of style, that the degree is being turned up as he's getting more experience?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they're winning because
late comebacks, things of that nature. Yeah, of course. That's important. Because think about the other quarterbacks that we talk about that can't seem to get their teams in the end zone late in games.
Yeah, I mean, they're 5-1, and they're 2-minute drills away that they have executed because of their quarterback from being 3-3. You know? And again, they are 5-1, and they are absolute Super Bowl contenders. But because of those 2-minute drills, and that's the difference for me, Keys, the clutch plays.
But Dan, what do you say when people, those infamous lines that you hear in sports that winning camouflages a lot of issues like clock management, things of that sort with Mike McCarthy? Did you see anything to that degree yesterday?
No, I mean, I think a lot of people are going to crush McCarthy for yesterday. The 4th and 1 that he goes for early on in the football game, I know there's been a lot of chat. I mean, so everybody knows 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 this year, guess who's the best team in the NFL? The Dallas Cowboys. They've converted it 16 times. They've got the best offensive. So going for that, in my opinion, was the smart thing to do. The clock management at the end of the game, when he calls timeout and they end up kicking that field goal to tie it, I guess like if you want to nitpick, you would prefer to let the clock run all the way down. So when you make that field goal, New England doesn't have the choice to try and get a chunk play or whatnot. But I think he's in like decision-making mode. Are we going to go for this? Does the kicker feel good? So I thought he was fine. Yes, there is going to come a point later on this season in a big game where we're going to go, did Mike McCarthy choke this one away, so to speak, or blow this one because of his clock management? I did not think that was an issue yesterday.
And you can set that up for all coaches in the NFL, right? Dan, we could say if Belichick does something late in the year or Sean McVay does something late in the year, we could easily say, well, Sean McVay, bad clock management. When you talk about right before the field goal with 24 seconds left on the clock, the reason I don't have a problem with it is because so much chaos is going on.
You're trying to figure out what you're doing.
I'm trying to figure out. I need to talk to Dan. Hey, should we go for I need him to convince me as my quarterback if we should go for it. I need my guy upstairs telling me what down and distance we're at. What are they going to bring to us if we go for it?
Hey, Kellen, do we like it here?
Do we like it here, Kellen?
You're really talking about a human element.
I need to talk to Zer. Zer, are you okay? Are you fine? Yeah. I need to know. And all of those sort of things take place.
Fans and media act like, well, he should already know everything. But what you guys seem to be saying is, what are the weather conditions? How is the field goal kicker feeling?
Yeah.
What are the coaches' sense about where the team is at that moment? All those things need to be processed.
One of the things that they'll tell Dan in Dan's headset is, hey, 3rd and 25. Get me a chunk. If we get it, we may go for it. I don't know yet. Let's see where we're at.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
The process.
It wasn't 4th and 3. It was 4th and 1. You know, 4th and 3, you're probably trotting out your field goal team early or letting that clock bleed all the way down. But 4th and kind of 1, it's a 51-yard kick. You know, it's all right. How good you're trying to weigh what's the likelihood of that kick being made versus the 4th and 1. We saw it in the Bears yesterday. The Bears had a terrible management of the clock when they call timeout, but then they wait for that to then the challenge happens. People need to understand, I believe they were -2 in the turnover differential, you know, because the 4th and 1 stop is basically a turnover. The fumble as the fumble going into the end zone and then the interception. I mean, so you're -2, and I believe they had 10+ penalties. On the road in that situation, you're not supposed to win that game, and they do. Absolutely.
He's the best football player in the world.
Yeah, and part of that reason is because he touches the ball every play. But yeah, he's the best football player in football.
He's better than Mahomes, not just as a quarterback, as a football player. Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady,
right now.
Kyler Murray, any defensive player.
Best football player in the world.
Football player.
That's football player in the world right now? Yeah, absolutely.
Because since he's the best,
think about it though, Max. The man Dan just rattled off all the injuries.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
I agree. He's the MVP.
Without all that,
yeah.
He's just out there. We're going to do this together.
I said this last week, if he was playing great football, they should be 3-3.
Right.
Jeez.
Right. If he was playing great football, they should be 3-3.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So since football players also include quarterbacks. Like, it's easy to say, well, we're not talking about a quarterback, but it is also like he's number one.
Yeah, he's the
number one guy in the NFL.
Now.
But wait, how about the team that's undefeated? I mean, how come nobody talks about the Cardinals and Kyler Murray? I know it's obviously different.
He's right there. He's number two at the moment.
How far off is Kyler Murray from Lamar Jackson?
Look, Kyler Murray is right up there. But here's my thing: Kyler Murray is going to every game right now offensively with I don't want to use the phrase loaded. Like he's going with that
fully loaded,
dude. His offensive line is playing really good. And just so everyone hears it. So I got
Zach Ertz is on the way.
I got DeAndre Hopkins, who's balling. I got AJ Green, who's making plays.
AJ Green looked different.
I've got Christian Kirk, who's making plays. I've got Rondale Moore, who's making plays. I got two backs. Edmonds and Connor are playing good. So that's 6 human beings that he's going into the game with going, let's ride. Again, and his offensive line has been healthy. Lamar is playing with such a deficit roster-wise.
Like I said,
that's the difference.
Andrews, and then Hollywood Brown.
Yeah,
Andrews.
And I think key too, and you know this, I watched the plays and I'm like, oh, Mark Andrews is going to cross the field here. And he crosses the field and they're still making completions. I'm like, and this is against the team that's coached well in the Chargers. It's coached well. I ain't playing a team like the Giants that seems to be coached poorly.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.